you sell product on this internet, then you must watch this interview to the very end.
It was in April of this year, 2023. We did about 350,000 naira in sales.
And this was before you implemented the soft model. Okay, all right,
yes.
all right.
So after that April, beginning of May, I decided to look for bulk buyers. Okay. And because, though I got the course last year, so when I was starting the dropshipping, e-commerce, I went back to study the course again. So I was like, okay, I think this will work and this will make sense for what I'm doing.
Okay.
So in May of 2023, I decided to implement the course. I got the soft course, and lo and behold, I think that month we did a little over 1,500,000 naira sales.
Wow.
Okay. We got about more than 10 bulk buyers that particular month.
So, okay. Yeah.
And going forward, May, June, July, I think in gross sales, we've done more than 4 million naira.
Wow.
Using this one. Selling across Nigeria, Cameroon, and Benin Republic.
It looks like a lot of my students are selling across Africa. The other guy that did 14 million in a month actually sells in those countries as well. What's going on? What's happening in Cameroon that?
There's a lot of money in Africa.
Of course.
There's lots of money in Africa. So anybody who's not taking advantage of it,
you're sleeping.
They will move the party late.
Yeah. It's even more shocking that you, according to what you told me before the interview, you said you are not even, run ads, for example. So you're still using the free, the no paid ads method that I, introduced in the program. That was what gave you 4 million plus sales. So imagine what happens when you now begin to scale up and you want to now run ads to get in these bulk buyers and putting all that stuff together. We're forgetting one very important question, and that's the question of what exactly do you sell? Because people who are listening will be like, "Oh, are you sure this is not just some paid testimonial? Are you sure they did not pay this guy to come and do this thing?" What do you sell? And if you have it around, can you show us? Can we see it?
Okay, without a lot in Nigeria because of so many issues. But what I do, I sell. I don't know if you can see these. These are just some of our products. It's a teeth whitening. It's a teeth whitening product. It's called Topos White.
Okay.
It's a teeth whitening product that also help control bad breath.
Oh, wow.
So if you are someone who is struggling with bad breath, you can use Topos.
Do you see how you would have been able to do the kind of numbers you do now if you were doing what I refer to as the retail hand to mouth, sell one and all of that?
Selling that hand to mouth method is very, very stressful in Nigeria. It's very, very stressful. I won't lie. With the model, it's a lot easier for me. I just get the bulk buyers, send them the product, set up the campaign.
Awesome.
It's like this for me. I only regret not knowing this model a long time ago because I've actually struggled with e-commerce 5 years ago.
5 years ago? Wow.
I built shop, I got the product, but I didn't know anything about marketing at that time. So I just lost the interest, and even before I now tried to implement the soft model, I've tried international dropshipping. I failed. I wasted lots of money. And I was like, okay, let me try the African market just the way it is being advised on this course, and let's see how it goes.
So, I mean, you can imagine that. So look at something that is striking here. It's not as if you don't know how to run Facebook ads. It's not like you have a problem with setting up Facebook ads. So it wasn't a problem of Facebook ads. It was just the fact that the model of hand to mouth, the the retail, do not really work very well for us here. So when some people tell me it's the cost about Facebook ads, I'm like, look, that is not really the solution to the problem. I always like to ask people this question. When stumbled on the SWOF model when you went through the course the first time? Did it look stupid to you at first? Did it look like, what is this?
Honestly, I never believed that people would buy in bulk. That's just the honest truth. I never believed it. So maybe that was part of the reason why I kind of just left it after going through it last year. But when I revisited the course, it started to make sense to me. I said, okay, let me try and see how it plays out. And personally, it has been impressive.
Virtually all the time, when some people get on the SWOF course and they go through the course, you see that I don't know, it's like that disbelief that this thing will work now. For some people, they are blown away. There are people that are just blown away from the very moment they discover the model and all the processes. But there's a huge chunk of people that are like, no. So most times, I could share with you screenshots of conversations with some students who would argue with me and say, oh, this thing is not going to work. This thing, not in this country. Nobody will trust you and buy bulk and all that. And then I'll be like, you know what? Try it. In fact, I told somebody recently, I said, try it. If it fails, I will not just refund your money. I will give you 100,000 to cover for whatever cost that you are going to incur, whether to buy product or whatever. And the lady was like, what's this kind of, where is this confidence, coming from? Do you have any words for people who might be on the fence, who has probably been seeing my ads all the time, like, this guy, you keep talking of this bulk thing. What is this thing? What do you have for people like that, really?
Anyway, what I would just tell them is simple. The SWOF model works. Okay, so you are still sitting in the fence. Okay, jump from that position. Get the course. And when you get the course, please go through it completely.
Yeah, go through it.
That's what people that's a challenge. Some persons will buy courses and they won't go through it and they'll be expecting magic. It doesn't work that way. So get the course, go through it, implement.
Yeah.
When you are stuck, reach out. Don't hide and complain. I try and know what to do. Reach out to the people and you will definitely get results.
I always encourage people to do the same thing too. It's the reason why I do the every Sunday live sessions with students. Like the last time where I even got to know that you had gotten results. It was from the live meeting I knew that you had made this much money. Because there are people that just want to, for some reason, give themselves reasons why they should not get ahead. Like, nobody to ask questions. This thing is confusing. But I'm like, no, there's that excuse cannot even arise. Come on Sunday, bring your questions, we'll knock them out. And you see how interactive the sessions are.
It's been very, very interactive, and it's a good way of connecting with the student, because many course creators in Nigeria don't have this provision where you get to ask questions and get response from the course creators.
Inspirational story, really, from 350 to 4 million. I'm actually very proud of myself right now. You have no idea, really, how it is that you designed something from nothing. Absolutely. You listen to the story of how I discovered the SWOF model in the course, right? Did you listen to the story? The story of the police arresting me and then the Becky. You remember? I shared the story in the course. You understand? So, it's crazy how from that time up until now, this single thing that I designed a few years ago has continued to be replicated successfully over and over and over again. Believe me, beyond the monies that I've made from teaching this thing to people, I made quite a good amount of money from selling this program. Beyond that, what gives me the greatest joy, and this is for real, is the fact that people like you would put in your money, try this thing, and eventually works for you, and you see crazy result that you probably would not have seen. If at this point you're still on the fence, I don't know, really, maybe I'll have to come to your house and eventually drag you out, because I cannot understand that with all the overwhelming evidence of the fact that the best way to sell is the way that I've designed, and that is by selling in bulk, but not just that, selling in bulk in a way that People are comfortable paying you upfront. You are able to run free and fast deliveries anywhere. I forgot to ask him if that has been happening for him. But with all the overwhelming evidence that this thing works, I'm not sure why exactly. What exactly is the problem? Is it that you don't have a product you sell? That too is not a problem because, come on. I have another program where I expose a strategy with which I get good products that Africans, Nigerians would always rush to buy. So really, and by the way, I give that even to my soft students as a discount. So it's pretty much like getting it for free. So really, really, what holds you back from getting on this course? If not for maybe, I don't know really what it is. Maybe you tell me in the comment section, why exactly have you not got the course? And if you look at this at this time and realize that, look, you've been sleeping if you're not on this program, then you should just do one thing. Click on the learn more button on this video. Go read more about this. Get all the terms. There are some products that, yes, it doesn't work for. And I was very transparent enough in actually detailing the product that, I'm not very certain that the soft model will work for. They are right on the sales page. Go through it. And when, luckily for you that your product will not fall into that category, your product is not perishable, your product is not very expensive, say 100K and so on, then go ahead and get the course and then join our regular live Sunday sessions where after going through the course, you get, one-on-one, chances with me to ask questions and be able to implement just the way that you will be able to get the kind of results that you need to get. So click on the Learn More button and I'll see you in class.